Good Monday morning. It is January 20th, 2025, Martin Luther King Jr. Day, as well as Inauguration Day. So big things happening, and it's just cold. We had some snow squalls move through this morning, kind of like localized heavy showers or thunderstorms of snow, but it didn't thunder, but, heavy snow dropping the visibility and quickly whitening the ground, and a lot of wind causing it hard. So, I don't see too many of those in our area. One for northern Loudoun, one for southern Loudoun. I think it was biggest in the farthest northwest and farthest southwest part of the county. I saw some snow showers here, even in Percival, Virginia. So maybe a few snow showers still left over this morning, but moving on out. Here we are, cold temperatures. These isotherms are very cold, all the way down to the Gulf Coast. And what that means down there, they're going to have a snowstorm. We're going to just say cold. And this is a blocking high. I mean, it shoved that snow way far south, just to the coastlines here of the south, which is pretty wild. Louisiana, southern Louisiana, 4 to 6 inches. Maybe some folks getting 8 inches because it's going to be powdery, fluffy snow. Yeah, along the Gulf Coast. How often have you seen that? I don't mean that they haven't gotten snow before they have, but powdery, fluffy snow? That's pretty wild. That's pretty historic, So here's the low pressure system getting its act together. Snow into western, the panhandle of Florida here, along the southern parts of Mississippi, Alabama, and Georgia. Dude, it's just crazy to see that. Snow will make it up to the coastal Carolinas. Ice now back into the Florida panhandle. There are winter storm watches and warnings all along this area, and up into watches at least up into the North Carolina, South Carolina area. That moves off and cold air sticks around. Now, later this week, there was a potential reflection. Here is the troughiness showing up here. You see the isotherms bending. Not bending enough to bring a storm. And plus, here it's positively tilted, meaning, again, that this will shove stuff off the East Coast instead of allowing it to ride up the East Coast. So low pressure does form, but it's way off the coast, so no influence at all on our weather at this point in time. I did want to go back a little bit because I was so concentrated down south. There's a chance, here, if you see these snow showers, you can see some snow showers, Tuesday night, Wednesday. That's partially because of dynamics, not because of the low pressure, although they do act together. All right, so later in the week, we just stay cold all week long, but you see towards the weekend, here we go with Saturday. Winds have now turned to the southwest, so even though we're still in the cold isotherms, it's cold for the loft, we're going to get some return flow. So as of Saturday, we should get above freezing. We may not get above freezing before then. As a matter of fact, tonight there is a cold advisory because wind chills will be below zero. Would not be surprised if schools get canceled tomorrow, possibly on Wednesday as well, just because it's so cold. Thursday, I can see them going late. We'll see. Here we are late in the period. This is out 150 hours, so this is next Sunday. Maybe a system's trying to get itself together. It looked like we'd be just cold enough at least to start as a little bit of mixer snow if it happened, but it kind of falls apart. Similar situation. So these little things, but then this is what you get when the pattern changes, and that is there's no more blocking cold up here in the Northeast. So if a low pressure system forms, it's going to push the temperature or the high out of the way, the cold air out of the way. Sometimes it's hurried a little too much, especially with this high pressure system here, maybe damaging some cold air to east of the mountains. But again, I don't know if this is even true, but I wouldn't be surprised if that starts off or is a mix for a while before it changes over to rain. Then it moves on out, and we kind of stay on the edge of some windy and colder air. Here we are, east of the high. If you watch me at all, this means cold air is being dragged down here. So it's really cold as we start or end the month of January. But then, look, it moves off the coast. We have southerly winds. Southerly winds means warmer weather, so we definitely look like we're going to mild up here as we head into January. And that looks like rain at this point. There's a cold pocket after, so maybe a little bit of cooler air. But, I mean, definitely a milder looking pattern. But there are chances. I mean, even in the midst of that, here's a cold high wedging down the east coast of the Appalachian Mountains. This is way far out, but, I mean, it just shows you that there are still opportunities maybe in the long term for more storminess and snow. So we're not done with winter. We just, after this cold stretch, may not be as cold as what we are. I don't think we're going to get as cold as we are over the next several days. So hang in there and look forward to milder weather. Again, just a recap. Cold today with breezy conditions. A cold advisory in effect from 7 p.m. this evening till 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. Temperature will be below normal. Would not be surprised if another one gets issued tomorrow night. Maybe as well on Thursday morning, just because if we get calm winds, we can radiate cool air. So we may get to 0 below. That could happen Wednesday morning and Thursday morning. After that, we moderate some as we head into the weekend. Doesn't look like there's any storminess, so we'll start to melt really strongly come Friday and especially Saturday, Sunday. And then we'll just watch next week if there anything that could happen. Maybe with that storm system, not sure it will happen. But have an awesome day as we go along kind of with Outlook.